I don't know, my swing may be a lost cause. We're gonna find out today if it can be fixed. And we're gonna use artificial intelligence to do that. Today, I'm testing out Uneekor's new AI trainer, which utilizes two swing optics cameras, one that sits behind you, one that sits in front of you as you take golf swings, and it gives you real-time data and real-time feedback on improvements that you can make in your golf swing, and we're gonna see if it can fix mine. All of this is running through the new IXR launch monitor that's going to be providing that data in the Uneekor View software, which is going to give us a visual representation and output. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Like I said, I might be a lost cause, but either way, we're gonna find out together. Let's get to work. So in order to get AI Trainer to work, of course, you have to have a Uneekor launch monitor. Today, I'm using their IXR. It's the latest and greatest. A couple things that make this one amazing is that you don't need club stickers to get club face data. I think that's a game changer. I love the camera views, so you can get a downward view of exactly where your club face is striking the ball. The data points, the accuracy, the views, the user experience, everything is exceptional with all of Uneekor's launch monitors. And I really love this IXR in particular. The other thing you're gonna need in order to run AI Trainer is the swing optics cameras. This is a set of cameras that Uneekor sells separately for $1,700, so it's a sizable investment, and they do not allow you to use a third-party camera. It's gotta be these. But once you get the package, you'll have both cameras, and you're gonna get two lenses included. One is a wide-angle lens. This is the camera that will sit to the side in front of you. It will need to be 5 feet away from where you're swinging. It'll also come with a telephoto lens for the camera that sits behind you at 6 feet. In addition, you're gonna get some screws and some mounting plates to put these cameras onto a tripod, as well as some cabling. Now, a couple of things missing in the box for me, and I wish they would have included, would be a little screwdriver for the tiny screws you need to attach the camera to the plate with. Also, it would be nice to include a USB hub, because on my computer, I had run out of USB slots. I didn't have enough, and I actually had to go out and buy one of these for myself. Once you've got that and you've got the camera set up and registered into your launcher software with the appropriate licenses, we can then go ahead and launch the View system here, which is Uneekor's launch monitor, and we're gonna get to work. By the way, if you're interested in anything that I'm using here, including the IXR, this software, the cameras, I'm gonna leave some links down below to our partner playbetter.com, who sells everything Uneekor. They have free 48-hour shipping across the United States, the best customer service on the planet, and I recommend them like no other. Also, if you're building out a simulator space like this, they've got enclosures, projectors, mats. We've actually put together some special Let's Play Through packages that are a great way to get up and running with a golf simulator and a golf launch monitor in your house. We've got everything from budget options all the way up to the most expensive options, so check out those links down below. All right, so when you come into the software, you're going to choose your profile and then launch View. Now we're gonna create a new session here, and we can name this session anything we want, so we'll call it AI Trainer, Gabe. We're gonna choose an iron. I'm gonna go with an 8-iron, but of course you can choose any iron you want here. You can also choose the type of ball you're using, hard, medium, soft, or premium. I'm gonna go with premium ball. That's gonna give us the best chance at getting good reads here from the software. So there's a lot of different views, and I've got this split screen where I'm seeing the range view on my projector in front of me, and then I've got the actual camera view over here running on my monitor. We're gonna take 3 swings to train the AI trainer, and then it's gonna know our swing and start to give us some feedback. Classic swing for me in a few ways. First of all, I hit it toe side, as you're going to see there on the camera on the screen. I lost some distance there as well. And my swing fault, we'll see if the AI trainer picks up on it, but my swing fault, I know, is that I kind of come up out of the ball. Early release is what they call that. Swing 2 here, let's see if we can make a little bit better contact. If we do, about 165 should be my distance with this club. Again, it caught that just a little thin, a little toe side again, a little better, as you can see there on the screen, but it wasn't completely compressed in middle of the club face. So we're gonna take one more, and then we're gonna start to see what our coach is telling us. There we go. That's what the middle of the club face feels like. You can see that was a little better contact. With our camera coming off of the IXR, had a nice little tight draw to it, and the total there, 159. So now that I've got 3 swings registered, the AI trainer can start to give us some feedback. So I'm gonna bounce into our swing view here so you get an idea of both cameras that are pointed at me. We're gonna take, again, just my normal stock standard 8-iron swing here. Caught it a little heavy, but let's see what the AI trainer is telling me. Oh, I've got a lot of things wrong here. First of all, it's pretty amazing just all of the data points that you're seeing That green line on the screen here, that's my spine angle. That's very interesting. Obviously, this is the club path in pink and red there as it comes back. And now we can actually pop into the AI trainer here and analyze every single part of this swing. So at address, they're saying the width of my stance is a little too narrow. And if you click down this arrow, you'll actually get a little visual representation of what it's talking about. So basically, I need to open up my stance just a little bit. The shoulder line is aligned to match both feet. All right, so I'm a little narrow because you can see my shoulders and my feet are just inside of there. If we go to my takeaway, I'm actually taking the club a little too inside here, it's saying. So we'll see if we can work on that. The backswing looks good. I'm getting decent rotation, which is something I've been working on, but at the top of my swing, all sorts of things are happening. My head's dropping. My head position is too far forward, so when it drops, it actually comes in forward. I'm changing my spine angle. I'm increasing my knee flex, and I'm not giving enough wrist hinge. This is something I've actually been working on quite a bit, and we'll see if we can fix that. And then you see my main swing fault here, which is casting. I'm coming up on the ball. It's so clear. I'm just leaping out of my shoes. And if I want to fix that, what I need to do is have the lead arm parallel to the ground and the shaft position at a 90-degree angle. I'll kind of walk you through how I'm going to fix that here in just a second. And one little point of note, it would be nice if you actually had videos or a pro that kind of walked you through a drill or something in order to fix this. I think that would take this system to the next level. But right now they're just giving you very broad feedback, which I get. They probably, they don't want to mess with any advice you're getting from your existing swing coach. That makes total sense to me. Here's me at impact. You can see my hips are a little shut. I should have those hips a little further open. And my follow through is good. Yeah, it's a good looking follow through for sure. My finish, also good. Man, I look good. So we know what we need to work on here. And that's what we're gonna do here right now. So I'm gonna bounce back into the camera view so you can get an idea of what's happening. If I had a PGA professional coach right now walking me through this, here's what they would tell me. First of all, up at the top where I'm good, what I need to start doing is then turning my wrist in. That's gonna create some lag. At the same time, I need to open my hips up as I'm coming through. And at impact, the shaft should be leaning quite a bit. My hips should be open and my head should be down. I should not be lifting up out of the ball. If I can do that, we can get a good swing. So now we're gonna try to groove that in. I'm gonna just really start to, in slow motion, practice this move that I need to make, which is opening my hips, keeping that club bowed. And let's see if I can groove that swing thought in a little bit here. I caught it a little bit thin. I think the swing may have been a little better, but let's see what the AI tells us. And what's really nice, by the way, is you're getting a score here from the system. So my score here is 73. I talked to Uneekor, and they told me they've never seen 100. Even pros don't have 100. Some of the better pros have something like in the low 90s, something like that. So 100 is what we're aiming for, but I don't think we're ever gonna get there. But let's see if we made any progress here. So again, let's kind of take it from address. One thing I forgot to actually adjust was my stance. So I'll do that on swing 2 here. I'm still taking that a little bit too inside, so I'm gonna work on that, but let's see what happens at the top of my swing. Again, I'm lacking a little shoulder rotation. My club is laid off a little bit. My head drops. I've got a lack of wrist hinge, so I didn't quite fix that. Now the downswing's looking a lot better all of a sudden, so we fixed some of that casting, which is great. But one thing that didn't get fixed, which we can see here at impact, was I still didn't quite get my hips moving through. I got a little bit, you can see a little bit of movement of those hips moving through, but I didn't quite nail it. So it's gonna take a few swings to do that. But I'm gonna, this time, definitely get my stance a little bit more open. I'm gonna keep that wrist hinged good, but I gotta open those hips up. I gotta open those hips up more. I need to be hitting it open. And I'm gonna take that club a little bit more straight back, straight through rather than inside. Let's see if we can fix some of these things here. It made great contact. I bet we're gonna get good distance. A little left to target, yeah, the distance is up there, 162. So, again, let's check the AI trainer. Let's see if we made any progress. So at address, they're still saying the width of my stance is too narrow. That's interesting. My club path's still too far inside, so we're gonna fix that more. The backswing's looking good. Up at the top, again, we've got a little bit of head movement that's happening. Generally, I drop my head and then bring it back up, so I'll work on that last. You can only work on so many things at once or else you're gonna confuse yourself. But again, impact's looking better. I think that hip rotation's getting better. I'm not lifting up out of the ball so much there, which is great. But they're saying my head position is too far backwards. Again, I'm not gonna worry too much about that right there. And then again, my finish is good. By the way, I increased my swing score there to 77, so we made a big leap in progress. And that's what this is all about. We're not gonna fix every swing fault on day one, but if we can get that swing score moving in the right direction every day, then we can start to play good golf. That's really what this is all about. All right, so I'm gonna open my stance even more. Maybe too wide now, we'll see. And I'm gonna, again, exaggerate, not taking that club inside, but taking it more out. Thinking about taking it outside of my body. Gotta get that wrist hinge, gotta get those hips firing, gotta stay down at impact. That's what I'm thinking. See if we can pull it off. Good contact again. That was middle of the club face, as you can see there on the camera. And that ball, a nice little tight draw, center of the fairway. I would take that shot every day of the week. Let's see what the AI trainer does to us. Well, our swing score dropped a little bit there, 74. But am I making any progress here? Let's start with the address. My address is good, so that's where it wants me, which to me feels really wide, but it's all about the results, and we got a good result there. The takeaway, they're still telling me I'm coming inside. We'll continue to work on that. The backswing still looking good. Up at the top, I can get that club a little bit further, a little bit more shoulder rotation. I can start to work on that. Downswing's looking good. Again, I'm starting to fire those hips. I think that head's still moving a little bit too much and I'm still coming out of it there. Yeah, I didn't quite get the hips moving that time. And again, my finish is good. Let me take a few more swings here and we'll speed up the shots so you don't have to look at every single analysis point. But let me see if I can, again, within a few swings here, start to dial in what this thing's telling me and get the highest score I possibly can. That swing was an 80. Oh, that was just crushed. Great contact. Back to a 73 there. 75. That felt better for a few different reasons. First of all, I got a little more club on the ball, and now I've got my score up to 83 there. That might be my best swing. I felt like I stayed down a little bit better through the swing, drove that ball. Let's see what happened. My address, good. Wow, that's nice. Takeaway still inside. Backswing was good. Up at the top, there's only a few little problems here. On the downswing, I am good. At impact, again, I can open those hips a little bit better, but as you can see, I stayed down on the ball a lot better there. So we're starting to fix that, and my finish, of course, was good. So 83 is my score here for today, and I've got to say, I really do think I've made an improvement here with only about 10 swings here today. So to answer the question, can an AI actually help me improve my swing? I've got to say unequivocally yes. Now, a caveat here. While you could use this system on its own, and it works fantastic in my opinion, I highly recommend you get yourself a swing coach, especially someone who is PGA trained, to really develop your swing and use this as a training aid when you're not with the coach. So just to use this system on your own, you can start to develop some bad habits that I think you will avoid if you've got someone you're working with. By the way, if you are a PGA professional and you're doing lessons and you've got a studio set up like this, man, what a great investment this could be, because we are entering a time in history here where coaches can virtually give lessons, can give feedback, and can get real-time data on all of their students at one time. So it's gonna make you much more effective as a swing coach as well. But if you've got the money, an extra $1,700, you've already bought into the Uneekor system, and you're serious about perfecting your golf swing, this is something you've really got to look into. I think it is absolutely fabulous. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to look more at this IXR that I've been using here today, I'm going to leave a video here. I'm also going to leave you a video on their game day software, which is an incredible simulator built into the Uneekor system. As I mentioned, I've got links below if you want to check out any of this a little bit deeper and get the best price on all of the technology I'm using here today. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you back next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.